Hello and welcome again to this edition of Phi TV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you just a few blocks from Florida's capital during what is one of the craziest times in our state's economy. I am joined by Jon Rees, Anheuser-Busch's Director of State Government Affairs. And Jon, you are serving as the chair of the Working Group on Tax for Associated Industries of Florida for their overall effort, which is the Restore Economic Strength Through Employment and Tourism, otherwise known as the Reset Task Force. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. And thanks for spelling out that acronym. I've been practicing in front of the mirror, but I'm not sure I would be able to nail it like you have. So.
Well, I'm here because we understand your abilities. No, I'm just teasing. We know you're amazing. You do a great job for Anheuser-Busch. You can't walk through the Capitol without, hearing and understanding, the impact of AB on the state of Florida, and it's far and wide. Let's talk about how your industry. Some changes your industry has had to go through due to COVID-19 and the pandemic.
Sure. It's always a great time to be a bud man, but you hear it all the time. We're going through some unprecedented times, right? It's unique in nature, not something that anyone's ever dealt with before. Mm-hmm. Certainly as an industry, what we've had to adapt to was a trend that was already kind of in motion, and that was a preference by consumers of convenience, right, through e-commerce. And so we saw a lot of that happening before the COVID-19 pandemic, but we're seeing it more than ever. People choosing whether they're looking for groceries or they're looking for their favorite beer. They're opting for e-commerce platforms where they can order online and they can pick up their beer or have their beer delivered.
Gosh, you think about it, when we were kids, like underage, right back in the day, which we don't encourage, we would have dreamed somebody to deliver beer to our house. But now, of course, responsible adults can order anything to their house, and that's great that AB's a part of that. I would dig into a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes at the breweries, but I'm assuming just like any other manufacturer, your social distancing, masks and sanitization and hand sanitizer. But you guys are making hand sanitizer, so tell us, we know the AB story about making water for hurricanes, which is an amazing story. You roll trucks. Tell us a little bit about the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We have a track record of serving our communities in times of need, and so what we've done uniquely to adapt to the circumstances that we find ourselves in today is manufacturing and distributing hand sanitizer from 4 facilities across the country. And so to date, we've actually distributed about 500,000 of these 8-ounce individual bottles across the country, something I'm very proud of.
Yeah, it's a really neat thing to see corporate America using their facilities, which otherwise are made for food production or cleaning supplies, and they're switching over to that. So there's the bottle. So if you're lucky enough to get one, Anheuser-Busch made that possible. You guys are also redirecting your sports and entertainment investments. What's going on there?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, as sports have reconsidered their abilities to operate, we've looked at repurposing those funds, those sports contracts and things of that nature toward a $5 million cash donation to the American Red Cross.
Wonderful.
And working with them and kind of an expansion upon that, as well as opening up some of those venues, some of those stadiums, as well as some of our tour centers to operate blood drives, including Merrimack, New Hampshire, and of course the iconic St. Louis Brewery. And so very proud to support in that way.
Amazing. Okay, so let's get to the Reset Task Force Working Group. So you're the chair. How are the industries in your working group helping to kind of restore Florida's economic strength? And then I want to talk to you about some issues you're seeing as common threads. So we've only got about a minute and a half left. So,
certainly, yeah. It's been a unique opportunity. I co-chaired that particular task force, looking at ways you can stimulate Florida, get people back to work, also grow business. Right, we're in a fortunate environment here in the state of Florida where we're not just holding the line, but we're looking for opportunities to grow.
Sure.
And so we're re-looking at incentives. We're re-looking at tax structure, the way it's done, whether you're talking about corporate income tax, types of exemptions, other type of incentives that can grow the business. We're looking through a lens that can help reset the Florida economy in a lot of ways, in ways we haven't done before.
Yeah, and Florida's really, our economy and our structure, our governmental structure over our economy really is pro-business in the way that we can work, but there's always those nuances that you can shrink up or you can reduce as far as tax and regulations. So we're going to look forward to seeing your committee's release of data. I know Associated Industries of Florida will release it all as a a recommendation to the governor's office. And we just thank you for your partnership with Florida Internet and Television. We've been to your brewery and we've seen how you guys ship the water, and you guys have an amazing network. And thanks for all that you do for Florida, and thanks for coming on Phi TV.
Thanks for having us, Brad, and we'll have to have you by the brewery back again here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So. You don't even have to invite me. You just text me. I'll be there.
That's right.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Phi TV. On behalf of all of Florida Internet and Television's members and the 130,000 people that it makes connecting to the internet and television world possible, thanks for tuning in.